I understood you when you were begging for fuel money. I paid for your shirts. I helped with rent. I baked all night so we could survive.
Maybe I need more than survival, Ireti. Maybe I need a woman who wants more out of life.
Every night it is the same thing, Ireti, Dapo shouted, standing in the kitchen doorway with his shirt half-buttoned and anger all over his face. Flour on the floor, sugar on the counter, butter in the fridge, cake boxes everywhere. Is this a home or a bakery? Ireti stood beside the small kitchen table, holding a bowl of cake batter. Her eyes were tired, her apron was stained. A little flour was on her cheek, and her hands were shaking because she had been awake since midnight trying to finish a wedding cake for a customer who had already paid.
Dapo, please.
She said softly.
I just need 2 more hours. If I don't finish this cake, I will lose the money.
He laughed bitterly.
Money? What money? You bake all night and still nothing changes.
That is not fair.
What is not fair is coming home to a wife who always smells like flour and sugar.
He looked at her like she was something he was tired of seeing.
Other women are out there looking like success. You are here, sweating over cake.
This cake business is my dream.
Dapo shook his head.
Then maybe your dream is too small for the life I want.
The bowl almost slipped from her hands. She looked at him, waiting for him to take it back. He did not. That night, Ireti did not know that the same cake smell her husband hated would one day open a door bigger than anything he had ever imagined. Ireti loved baking because it made sense to her and brought people joy. After losing her parents young, she grew up with her aunt in Ibadan, learning how to make snacks and stretch little money. Even without wealth or support, she had a natural gift for baking and dreamed of opening a real bakery called Ireti's Sweet Table. She started from home with simple tools, one old oven, and determination. When she met Dapo, a stylish man who worked with luxury car clients, she thought she had found someone who believed in her dream, because at first, he loved her cakes. Dapo took one bite and closed his eyes.
Ah, Ireti. This cake is dangerous.
She laughed.
If I marry you, I will become fat.
She smiled.
Then don't marry me.
He pointed his fork at her.
No, I must marry you. A woman who can bake like this should not escape.
Back then, he made her feel seen. He told his friends,
My woman can bake anything.
He carried her cupcakes to work and bragged about her.
Ireti, one day I will help you open that bakery.
He told her. She believed him. They got married in a small but beautiful wedding. Ireti baked her own wedding cake because they could not afford the baker she wanted. It was not perfect, but people loved it. Dapo stood beside her that day, smiling like he was proud. For the first year, they were happy. Money was tight, but they laughed. Ireti baked small orders from home after work. Dapo came home and tasted leftover frosting with his finger. Sometimes he teased her, saying,
Madam Baker, where is my husband discount?
She would say,
Your discount is that I married you.
They would both laugh. But as time passed, life became heavier. Rent increased. Bills increased. Dapo became more obsessed with status. He started moving around wealthy clients because of his job. He drove expensive cars that did not belong to him. He opened doors for people wearing designer clothes and began wanting that life badly. Ireti kept baking at night because that was the only time she had. During the day, she worked as a cashier at a supermarket. At night, she baked cakes, cupcakes, banana bread, and small chops to keep extra money coming in. She used the money to help with rent, groceries, Dapo's clothes, and sometimes his fuel. But Dapo stopped seeing the sacrifice. He only saw the mess. One night, he came home and found cake boxes stacked near the sitting room.
I told you I don't like all these boxes here.
She was kneeling by the oven, checking a cake.
I know. I will move them after this order.
You always say, after this order.
This woman paid for 30 cupcakes and a small cake. I need to deliver in the morning.
He dropped his keys.
You need to rest. You also need to look like somebody's wife, not like a tired bakery girl.
Ireti stood slowly.
A tired bakery girl is helping pay bills.
Dapo rolled his eyes.
Please don't start that.
I am not starting anything. I am telling you the truth.
The truth is, this thing is not growing. You are always busy, always tired, always smelling like sugar. And what do we have to show for it?
Ireti looked around the small apartment.
We have survived.
Dapo laughed.
Survival is not success.
That line hurt her. Survival is not success. She wanted to argue, but she was too tired, so she turned back to the oven and kept working. The person who kept encouraging her was her best friend, Ronki. Ronki was loud, funny, and dramatic about everything. She sold hair products online and believed Ireti's cakes were too good for the small kitchen. One afternoon, Ronki came over and saw Ireti decorating a birthday cake shaped like a crown.
Girl, this cake looks like something for royalty.
Ireti smiled.
It is for a 5-year-old.
Then that 5-year-old better respect your ministry.
Ireti laughed. Ronke dipped her finger toward the frosting and Ireti slapped her hand.
Don't touch my customer's cake.
Ronke gasped.
So now customer is more important than friendship? Good. That is how rich women behave. Continue.
Ireti laughed again, but her laughter faded when she looked toward the bedroom door. Ronke noticed.
He complained again?
Ireti wiped the counter.
He says I have no time for him. He says the house smells like cake. He says this business is not going anywhere.
Ronke folded her arms.
A man will eat your cupcake for free and still complain about crumbs. Ronke.
I said what I said.
Ireti sighed.
I love him.
I know, but love should not make you ashamed of your gift.
That stayed with Ireti. Around that time, Dapo started handling transportation for a wealthy client named Tanya Duke. Tanya was a rich interior designer who worked with celebrities and politicians. She was polished, elegant, and always looked like she had stepped out of a magazine. She smelled expensive. She spoke softly but confidently. She knew how to make men feel important without looking like she was trying. Dapo became impressed by her. At first, he only talked about her work.
Tanya designed a senator's house.
Tanya knows half the celebrities in Lagos.
Tanya said, image is everything in business.
Then, her name started entering their home too often. One night, Ireti was mixing buttercream when Dapo walked in.
Yes.
He said. Ireti did not look up.
Who is Tanya?
My client.
The interior designer?
Yes.
Ireti nodded.
She seems to give you a lot of advice.
Because she understands success.
And I don't.
Ireti looked at him. He looked at the flower on her apron.
Ireti, please.
That please said enough. Soon, Dapo began coming home late. He said he had client meetings. He started wearing new cologne. He became secretive with his phone. He no longer wanted to eat dinner at home. When Ireti baked samples, he refused to taste them.
I'm cutting sugar.
You ate 2 slices of Tanya's birthday cake last week.
Ireti replied. He looked at her sharply.
Why are you counting what I eat?
I am noticing what you reject.
Dapo shook his head and walked away. The betrayal became clear on a rainy evening. Ireti had been hired to bake a small engagement cake. She worked hard on it, but the client canceled at the last minute and refused to pay the balance. Ireti sat at the kitchen table crying quietly, exhausted and discouraged. Dapo came home dressed nicely, smelling like perfume that was not hers. She wiped her face.
Dapo, can we talk?
About what?
He looked impatient.
I am tired. I need help. I feel like you don't even respect what I do anymore.
He sighed.
Ireti, I respect work that produce results.
She stared at him.
So my work is nothing?
I did not say that.
You don't have to. You say it every day.
He loosened his tie.
Maybe because I am tired of pretending this small baking thing is a future.
Her eyes filled again.
This small baking thing helped us pay rent.
And yet look at us.
That was when his phone lit up on the counter. A message appeared. Tanya, you deserve a woman who fits the life you are building, not one stuck in a kitchen. Ireti read it before he grabbed the phone. The room went silent.
Who is she to say that about me?
Ireti whispered. Dapo did not answer.
You having an affair?
He looked away.
Dapo.
He exhaled.
I didn't plan it.
That is your answer.
Tanya understands me.
I understood you when you were begging for fuel money. I paid for your shirts. I helped with rent. I baked all night so we could survive.
Maybe I need more than survival, Ireti. Maybe I need a woman who wants more out of life.
She wiped her tears.
I do want more. You just don't respect what I want.
He shook his head.
I can't do this anymore, Ireti. Not like this.
2 weeks later, Dapo left. Dapo did not leave quietly. He made Ireti look like the problem, telling people she cared more about cakes than her marriage, that the house was always messy, and that she had no ambition. Tanya moved close to him quickly. People saw them together at events, and Dapo liked how expensive she looked beside him. Ireti stayed in the apartment until she could no longer afford it. Then she moved into a small room behind Ronki's cousin's salon, where her oven barely fit. The first night there, she sat on the floor beside her cake pans and cried.
I feel foolish. I gave him years.
Ronke nodded.
You loved him.
He said I smelled like flour and sugar.
Let that smell become money.
Ireti almost smiled through tears, but the pain was still deep. For a while, she could not bake without hearing Dapo's voice or remembering how small he made her feel. One morning, Mama Peju, an older woman from the salon who sold herbs and snacks near the bus stop, came to check on her. She saw Ireti sitting in silence and shook her head.
My daughter,
Mama Peju said,
your face looks like bread that refused to rise.
Ronki burst out laughing from the corner. Ireti covered her face.
Mama.
A man left you?
Ireti looked surprised.
How did Eunice let you know?
I am old. Sad women have one kind of silence.
Ireti told her everything. Mama Peju listened carefully, then said,
Listen to me. When people are hungry, they love the kitchen. When they are full, they insult the smoke. But smoke does not stop fire from cooking.
Ireti wiped her eyes. Mama Peju continued,
That man did not leave because you were small. He left because he could not see what God was still baking.
Preach, Mama.
Mama Peju pointed at the oven.
One cake, one order, one day at a time.
So Ireti started again. She posted online.
Fresh cakes available. Birthday cakes, cupcakes, banana bread. Made with love.
At first, only a few people ordered. A mother ordered 12 cupcakes. A student ordered banana bread. A salon customer ordered a small cake for her boyfriend, then came back angry because the boyfriend did not post her. Ronke said,
That is not cake problem. That is boyfriend problem.
For the first time in days, Ireti laughed. She kept going. She improved her recipes. She watched free baking videos. She practiced smoother frosting. She learned better packaging. She wrote Ireti's sweet table on stickers and placed them on every box. One of her loyal customers was a delivery rider named Femi. He tasted one of her cupcakes one day when she gave him an extra. He stopped chewing and looked at her.
Madam, Why is this cupcake emotional?
Ireti laughed.
It is like it wants me to call my mother.
Femi began recommending her to customers. He delivered her cakes carefully and defended them like they were babies. Then came the mistake that changed everything. A young assistant named Kiki ordered a birthday cake for her boss. She thought she was ordering from a famous bakery with a similar name, but she accidentally messaged Ireti's page. The cake was for a popular actress named Zola Hart, who was having a private birthday dinner. Kiki sent the design and said, "Please, this must be classy. My boss hates nonsense." Ireti almost panicked when she saw the address. It was in a wealthy part of Lagos. Ronke said, "Do it." Ireti said, "What if it is too much for me?" Ronke said, "What if it is the door?" Ireti prayed over the order. She baked carefully. She made a tall vanilla and caramel cake with gold details, sugar flowers, and clean white frosting. She worked all night, not because anyone forced her, but because something in her spirit told her to give it everything. When Femi delivered the cake, Kiki looked confused. She said,
This is not the bakery I thought I ordered from.
Femi froze.
Madam, should I take it back?
Kiki opened the box. She stopped. The cake was beautiful, she said quickly.
Leave it. This may be better.
At the birthday dinner, Zola Hart was already irritated because many things had gone wrong. The decorator was late. The makeup artist had delayed her. One of her friends had posted a bad picture of her online. She was not in the mood for any more mistakes. Then Kiki brought out the cake. Zola stared at it.
Who made this? A small baker, Ma. There was a mix-up.
Zola cut into it and tasted it. The room went quiet. She took another bite.
This is the best cake I have tasted in years.
Everyone started asking for a slice. By the end of the night, the cake was gone. Zola posted a picture on Instagram with the caption, "Whoever made this cake, you saved my birthday." She tagged Ireti's sweet table. By morning, Ireti's phone almost crashed. Orders came from everywhere. People wanted birthday cakes, wedding cakes, cupcakes, corporate boxes, dessert tables. Some just messaged, "Are you the cake Zola posted?" Ronke ran into the room screaming.
Celebrity has found us.
Ireti stared at the phone.
This cannot be real.
Ronke danced.
It is real. Please faint later. We need to answer customers.
But with attention came pressure. Some customers were kind. Some were rude. Some wanted celebrity treatment without celebrity money. One woman said,
I want the exact cake Zola had, but my budget is small.
Ronke replied under her breath.
Then imagine it.
Ireti had to learn quickly. She needed better equipment, more space, better packaging, and help. She was overwhelmed. Then Zola Hart's manager called.
Zola wants to meet you.
Ireti nearly dropped the phone. When she met Zola, she expected a proud celebrity, but Zola was warm, sharp, and serious. Zola said,
That cake was not normal. Who trained you?
Life trained me, and YouTube helped.
Zola laughed. Zola asked about her business. Ireti told her she was baking from a small room behind a salon. Zola became quiet.
You made that cake from there?
Ireti, yes, ma.
Small room, big gift.
But Zola was not foolish. She had seen people become proud quickly, so she tested Ireti quietly. She ordered cupcakes for a charity event and paid extra by mistake. Ireti called immediately.
Ma, the payment is more than the invoice.
Zola said,
Keep it, my dear. It's okay. No, Ma. Let me earn what I charge. If you want to bless me clearly, not by mistake.
Zola smiled on the other end. Later, Zola's cousin ordered a cake last minute and acted difficult. She changed the flavor twice, then complained about delivery time. Ireti stayed calm. Ireti said,
Ma, I want your cake to be right, but I also want to be honest about what is possible.
Zola later told her manager,
She has talent and sense. That is rare.
Zola started recommending Ireti to people, not just random people. Celebrities, event planners, brand managers, influencers, a music video director, a senator's daughter. Ireti's sweet table grew fast. She moved from the tiny room into a proper kitchen. She bought better ovens. She hired 2 assistants, then 4. Ronki became the loudest operations manager in Lagos. Ronki told one assistant,
If you touch that cake before delivery, I will report you to your ancestors.
Mama Peju came often, sat in the corner, and tasted rejected cupcakes. She said, I am quality control. Ireti laughed more in those days than she had laughed in years. Meanwhile, Dapo was watching. At first, he dismissed it.
One celebrity post,
He said.
it will fade.
Tanya smiled and said, exactly. People trend every day. But it did not fade. Zola posted again. Then another actress posted. Then Ireti catered a baby shower for a famous singer. Then a wedding planner called her,
You're the new cake queen.
Dapo saw Ireti on a lifestyle show, standing in a clean kitchen with her logo behind her. The host asked,
How did you keep going when things were hard?
I had to learn that my gift was not small just because somebody treated it like it was.
Dapo turned off the TV. Tanya noticed.
Why are you acting strange?
Dapo said, I'm not.
You still care about her?
Don't be ridiculous.
But the truth was, seeing Ireti rise made him uncomfortable. The woman he said had no ambition was now being paid more for one cake than he used to make in a week. Then Dapo's own life began to crack. He had been trying to impress Tanya with a lifestyle he could not afford. Expensive dinners, new clothes, borrowed cars, weekend trips. He spent money like he was already rich. At work, he made a mistake with a luxury car booking for an important client. The client complained. His boss warned him. Then another issue came. Then another. Eventually, Dapo lost his job. Tanya changed quickly.
I thought you had plans.
Dapo, I do.
Plans are not money, Dapo.
He stared at her because those words sounded like something he had once said to Ireti in another form. He tried to hold on to Tanya, but Tanya loved the version of him that looked successful. She did not love the man in trouble. One night, she told him,
I cannot be dragged into struggle.
So you're leaving?
She picked up her bag.
I am choosing myself.
And just like that, she was gone. Dapo sat alone in his apartment, surrounded by bills, silence, and regret. Ireti's business kept growing. 1 year after Zola's birthday cake, Ireti opened her first bakery. The sign outside read, Ireti's Sweet Table in gold letters. The bakery smelled like vanilla, cinnamon, butter, and fresh bread. There were glass displays filled with cupcakes, cake slices, pastries, cookies, and beautiful custom cakes. At the opening, Ronki cried before the ribbon was even cut. Ireti asked, Why are you crying already?
Because I suffered near this oven. I deserve emotional recognition.
Mama Peju stood beside them in a gile that was bigger than necessary.
Ireti, remember what I told you. God was still baking something.
Ireti hugged her.
I remember.
Zola came to the opening and posted it online. Customers lined up outside. Reporters came. Food bloggers came. People who had ignored Ireti before now wanted pictures with her. Not long after, Ireti began dating a kind businessman named Caleb Danladi. Caleb owned a small chain of cafes and had met Ireti through a catering event. He was calm, patient, and respectful. He admired her work without trying to control it. On their third date, he said,
I like that you built something with your hands.
Ireti looked at him carefully.
Some people look down on that.
Caleb shrugged.
Then they looked from the wrong angle.
She smiled. Caleb did not rush her. He understood she had been hurt. He supported her business, celebrated her wins, and never made her feel like her ambition was too small. Eventually, their love grew into something peaceful. Months later, Caleb proposed inside the bakery after closing. The lights were soft. The display cases were empty. Ronki, Mama Peju, Zola, and the staff were hiding badly behind the kitchen door. Caleb held Ireti's hands and said,
This place is proof that your heart did not give up. I don't want to stand in front of your dream. I want to stand beside it.
Ireti cried. Ronki shouted from behind the door,
Say yes. My knees are hurting.
Everyone laughed. Ireti said yes.
Yes.
Their wedding was beautiful, but not wasteful. Ireti made her own wedding dessert table because she said nobody else understood her taste. Caleb proudly told guests,
My wife built this brand from pain, prayer, and butter.
People laughed and clapped. Dapo saw the wedding pictures online. He saw Ireti smiling beside Caleb. He saw the bakery, the celebrity guests, the happiness, the peace. He sat in silence for a long time. A few weeks later, he went to Ireti's sweet table. The bakery was full. Customers were laughing. Staff were moving quickly. A little girl stood in front of the display, pointing at cupcakes. A woman at the counter said,
This is the best red velvet in Lagos.
Dapo stood near the door, looking out of place. Ronke saw him first.
Well, well, well. Look what the wind dragged in.
Dapo swallowed.
Ronke, please. I just want to speak to Ireti.
Ronke folded her arms.
Do you want cake too? Or you are allergic to flour and sugar?
He looked down.
I deserve that.
You deserve worse, but God is working on me.
Ireti came out from the back, wearing a simple white chef coat with her name stitched on it. She looked peaceful, strong, and different.
Dapo.
She said calmly. He looked at her.
Ireti, you look well.
Thank you.
This place is beautiful.
I know.
I was wrong. I looked down on you. I called your dream small. I said you smelled like flour and sugar, like it was an insult.
But that same flour and sugar built all of this. Tanya left. I lost my job. Everything fell apart. And I keep thinking about how you stood by me when I had nothing.
Dapo, I did not become valuable because the bakery became successful.
I hope you can understand that I really am sorry. Can we at least talk? Maybe start as friends?
I forgive you, but forgiveness is not a door back into my life.
You did not just leave me. You made me feel ashamed of the gift God gave me. You made me feel small while I was trying to build something. I pray you become better, but I am not going backward.
Dapo nodded because there was nothing else to say. As he walked out, the smell of vanilla filled the bakery. The same smell he once hated now surrounded the life she built without him. Years later, Ireti stood on stage receiving an award for Entrepreneur Baker of the Year. Her bakery had grown into multiple locations. She had trained young women, hired single mothers, and started a program teaching girls how to turn baking into business. She held the award and looked at the crowd. There was a time I almost stopped baking because someone made me feel like my dream was embarrassing, she said. But I learned that a gift does not become small just because someone small-minded cannot honor it. The room clapped. Ronke wiped tears.
After this award, cake prices are going up.
Everyone near them laughed. Ireti's story showed that the dream people mock can become the very thing God uses to lift you. Dapo rejected her because her baking looked small, while Tanya only cared about success when things were good. But Ireti's patience, faith, honesty, and talent opened the right doors. In the end, she became respected, loved, successful, and free, proving that sometimes the gift people insult is the same gift that becomes your breakthrough.